Hello friends, this is Jasu Hatsu, and welcome back to Let's Play Azure Dreams. I guess we're in the post-game section here. Or at least that was the original plan, and I guess it still is the plan. A bit of a disaster befell my save file, unfortunately, that I was using for the LP. And it was mainly my own stupidity. I loaded it up, and I actually came back to record another LP session, coming back to the game for the first time in months, and I loaded it up in the wrong emulator, which resulted in it reformatting my memory card file. So that sucked. So I had a nice big Azure Dreams marathon session that I streamed over on Twitch, and I basically, over the course of a few days, got all of the progress back that we had in the LP. So as you can see, got all the girls we had before. We got the tower cleared, which is that, of course, what happened in the previous episodes. We're right back up and ready to resume right where we left off, which is basically just kind of showing off some post-game stuff and finishing up the rest of the romance subplots. Essentially, you can also see I did a little bit of cash farming. We got a nice big old stack of money with which to purchase some buildings and show that off as well. Actually, I was thinking there'd be a bit more to do. Like I said, I went on about, the adventure will continue, but actually there's not really a whole lot left to do at this point. Basically, build a few buildings, talk to some of the girls a couple more times, and also show off the swag that we got from our winning run. So your main reward for a successful full clear of the tower up to floor 40 is you get yourself this ultimate egg. The ultimate egg, which will get you the ultimate monster. And, oops, how do we... There we go. And we also get ourselves a seraphim sword, which is apparently our dad's sword. Which, so it's got an attack of 8, which makes it pretty good. I think it's one of probably the strongest sword in the game. Right, I mean, I know the Darkness Sword has higher attack strength, but I actually got some viewers on my little Twitch marathon that I did of this game, and they were some fairly knowledgeable people about, as far as Azure Dreams goes. I've learned a bit of stuff about the game that I didn't know previously. I'll probably be uploading the whole marathon, actually, to my YouTube channel at some point, so you can check that out. But what was I doing here? Oh, right, I had a favor to ask, just because I wanted to double-check my safe. I've got a gold... As you can see, I've got a gold sword plus 15 here that did a decent job carrying me most of the way to the tower. In fact, probably the first thing I should go over here. So, we got our ultimate egg, got the Seraphim sword. We had that in the first place, but obviously there's so many sort of random factors that come out of... that differ between one Azure Dreams run to the next. So what is different in this run than in the actual, the one that my actual old LP save file? What has changed since then? Like I said, all the game progress has been saved, but unfortunately, of course, I couldn't manage to perfectly replicate all of the familiars and whatnot that I had, just because that's all a matter of random chance and what eggs are going to drop in the tower. Although, that was the thing that really killed me, is there's like no way in hell we're going to see a barong egg a second time. And sure enough, on the final run of the final night, where I actually cleared the tower, I actually did find myself like a natural barong egg up on floor 16. So that's, we got Meef back in the collection, and he was pretty much the only one that mattered, really. We also got some eggs here that I kept as fusion fodder. We got a Viper. Actually, pretty much all of our good eggs are eggs that I got out of my winning tower run. We got an egg. Volcano's been sitting there for a while. You'll notice, tragically, Nyoko did not make the transition into the new game file. I have not yet been able to find a Newell egg for myself. We got a killer, though, which is pretty exciting. So, and in fact, I didn't see like any good eggs, or hardly even any eggs at all, during my little, marathon run to recover all the progress. I basically got through the whole game with just Baku here, weirdly enough. You can see he's level 30. I have him fused with an Arachne, which gives him double attack strength. I actually had him converted to a water type as well through fusion, so he was, basically like a 120 strength water monster, and then that combined with the clown that I eventually found, who is now evolved now. Actually, I should have checked. I don't remember if he evolved properly in my old save file or not, but here he is in all of his glory. The clown is now death. And he's fused with a cyclone as he was in the old save file. Get him that reduced MP consumption, which is good. And yeah, other than that, yeah, just basically, yeah, a bunch of garbage familiars that I never even bothered to hatch. I kept them around as, you know, fusion fodder to unlock traits of whatever we did find, but we never did find anything sort of worth keeping. Or this Viper is actually interesting, because so I'll hatch this guy just because I don't think I've ever had a Viper before as a familiar. What kind of name can we give him? What kind of names will they give us for Viper? We got Echidon, Aspis. That's not very nice, calling them Aspies. Peat1 or Pit1, Gaduga, and Slange. Ooh, Slange is good. I actually like the sound of that. I might have to keep that for, like, I don't know, big list of like fantasy character names. Make that like a, I don't know if I ever played D&D ever again. That'll be yeah, Slange would be a good name for a rogue, and it's a good name for a Viper as well. Slange the Viper. And what else did we have? We had the Killer. Oh, that's a troll. Don't care. Don't give a shit about the troll. There's our Killer. Honestly, I think Killer is a good name for a pet in the first place. But we'll see what the game gives us. Okay, what name are we going to give our... Oh, Killer doesn't even fit in the monster name. That's right, because you get fewer letters for the name than for the type of the monster. So he is Killy. We got Tank, Bomber, because I guess Bomber... Or no, they could have totally fit Bomber. Oh well. Or he can be Yegar, Curace, and... Oh, again, it's got to be the last one, I think. Destro the Killer. Sweet. Yeah, I might have to have some fun with him, see what he can do. And of course, I've beat around the bush enough already. We've also got our ultimate egg here. Or I was going to take him into the shop just to show it off. You can actually sell this thing for like an insanely large amount of gold. I think it's like 1 million gold or something that you get for selling the ultimate egg. But we don't want to do that, of course. We want to hatch ourselves an ultimate monster. And what is the ultimate strongest monster in the game? Well, it's basically just a blue Cune, a blue Baku. Which is, yeah, he's a high Cune. As you can see, he's got all 3 elemental types, which basically just means he isn't weak or strong against anything, I believe. And he's also got Dark Wave, which is actually pretty much the best spell in the game as far as magic goes. Looks like I can, like, yeah, one-shot pretty much anything. And what would be a good name for... We got Maxima, Ultima, Fina, Hyper, and Epion. But I think this guy's special enough. I think he actually deserves his own name. So we're gonna call him... We're gonna call him Baku... Oh, do we have 1 or 2 letters left? It doesn't quite have the same ring to it. I think what I actually want is... Yeah. Baku the Second. There we go. Or Baku 2, as I think I'll call... Or Back 2. Oh, yeah, that's what it's got to be, I think. Could have probably worked out this stuff beforehand, but who cares? There we go. Back 2. And of course we're going to add him to items, because I'm going to be making good use of him, I think, in the next run. And do I want him to have a buddy? Or you know what? It's like I said, we'll kind of make a bit of a game of it. I think the biggest thing is we still got to get back up to floor 28 to get Cheryl's healing herb. I did indeed maintain that lack of progress in the new save file as well. So I passed right by that healing herb multiple times in my little save data recovery marathon, so we're gonna have to go back and pick that up. Or you know what? I'll use the Seraphim Sword on this upcoming run as well, just to show it off. It's not really anything special. In fact, I should probably sell it just for money, because it's worth a lot. The problem with the Seraphim Sword is that it's not rust-proof, so if you just use it too much, it'll eventually get worn down by rust traps, and whoops, I did not actually want that pita fruit because I will, yeah, probably not have room for it. Yeah, so we can set the gold sword aside for the time being. We got back to and Destro. And what I want to do, I think, is I want to get another monster to fuse with Destro. And in fact, we can go do that right now. Probably fuse him with a troll, I think, just to make sure that his elemental type doesn't get flipped or anything. So yeah, that'll be the plan. And we'll get back up to floor 28 with the help of Destro, and honestly probably really just show off Destro. It's mainly going to be Back 2 that's going to be the one helping us back up to floor 28. Although the nasty thing about Back 2, actually, which in some ways makes him potentially less useful than a regular familiar, is that his MP consumption rate is absolutely insane. It's actually not terribly practical to make him too much, and I am going to have to be doing some bag transference shenanigans. And why am I talking to Fur? I don't have anything to sell. Or I guess I'm curious, at least, as to see how much money I can get for this Seraphim sword. Oh wow, it's not even worth that much. I guess I don't even want to... Yeah, we're rich enough. We don't need to pawn our dad's keepsake for a piddling 1,000 Gs. You know, it might not have even been that much for the ultimate egg, now that I think of it. I said 1 million. It might have actually only been like 10,000 or something. Maybe 100,000 at most. Should have checked that out before. Or you know what, and it would have showed you there. There's an easy, simple mathematical formula for determining sort of the ratio of selling a hatched monster to a unhatched egg. So yeah, whatever the sell value of Back 2 was there, you can determine the egg cost from that. And I forgot, we actually do have some romance work left to do here. So yeah, I think we'll do a quick town roundabout. Can't serve it to ordinary customers. Yes, I am special. I am different. Oh, good. Never come back. Oh yeah, you might notice we got on the save file. Oh, look at her now. Oh, she is. What's the word? What's the term? You know what? Never mind. Let's just get something to eat. Actually, I don't think we even need to. I think that was probably the final scene. Down. That was the term I always used for the romanced ladies. She seems down at this point. So okay, let's eat ourselves a shining prawn. That's your specialty, isn't it? That's right. But yeah, you might notice anyways on the save file, I actually managed to get through the game a lot more efficiently. Oh yay, octopus wieners. Yeah, she's so down. I don't think we can even ruin it at this point, but I've been a jackass to everyone else. Oh, I saw some cool shit in the run that I did. I was such a jackass to Selfie. She told me she hoped I rotted in hell and called me a bastard and the absolute worst. So we're just going to continue with that trend on this new save file. I don't think she'll mind that much. Okay, yeah, she still looks happy. I'm tempted to run away now, too, and just continue my path of jerkitude there, but we'll just continue on. So that's Patty probably done with, and I believe, so where we last left off with Vivian, we saw her little dance at the bar with Gauche, and we sort of encouraged her, and she realized, I don't know, something about dancing that'll probably help her not suck at the theater here. And yeah, as I was actually reviewing kind of my old videos for this series, I realized that I'm a lot closer on all of these romance subplots than I thought. So it'll honestly... Yeah, I'm probably going to be done with this LP series, actually, after this play session, which is a little bit sad. I don't know, I just had it in my head that we'd have a little bit more to go, but, oh well. At least with one positive is that, yeah, we won't have to talk to Mia that much more. Or actually, we got this scene already, actually. Yeah, just talk what you want to, I guess. Maybe I got the... Yeah, maybe I gave her the wrong answer last time. There we are, Prince on a White Horse. Or actually, I guess... Oh, that's right, we don't have... Or one other thing I forgot as well. It's not just the buildings. You can get your furnishings for your house as well. And actually, yeah, thank you there, Mia, for that white horse line, because that reminded me... yeah, there's maybe some stuff I might want to show off from the general store here. It's like, I don't know what... Like, Fur is my girl now. We're like an item, so I don't know why she... Like, what's in the store should be mine, I think. Like, you know, what's mine is hers and whatnot. But, oh, where is it? Did I get it already? Telephone, trophy, cream, roses, handbag, or a bike. That's the one. I told you guys. I told you guys we'd get one someday, and that day is today. And you know what? We'll get the booster to go with it as well. Piddling 3,500. We can afford that. I made a killing at the races. I actually got some other. Just learned it more and more. All sorts of stuff I learned about this game when I was working to get back all my progress. I picked up like some racing strategies that what? How do I get on this thing? Picked up some like betting strategies for the races, and yeah, now you can see we got our Aura bike, and I just love how this thing is. It's like kind of shaped like a mule, because I mean, of course, that's kind of their main mode of transportation. So it's, yeah, I guess if they're really unimaginative, then it, yeah, kind of figures that. Oh, I see. You just got to run into it to start it. But yeah, it kind of figures that they'd make a mule-looking thing. They're sort of, you know, automated means of transportation. Pretty neat. Speed things up around town a little bit, I guess. And you know what? So we're going to the tower right away, so we might as well get ourselves a building that we can look forward to when we get back as well. Okay, and... okay. Actually, first off, if I remember correctly, Gauche... Oh, my house has 9 rooms. How many? Okay, so that seals the deal on what our next building is. What our next building is going to be. We're going to get ourselves a final house expansion. Well, I think at this point, after this, we'll have shown up Gauche once and for all, and like every possible category, taken all the women, and we'll even have a bigger house than him. He's got nothing on us after this. And you know what? Or you know, actually, this shit is more expensive than I realized. We might not even have enough for everything by the time all this is done. Anyways, bowling alley. I guess it can go up here. Sure, I don't care. Honestly, I usually don't even buy the bowling alley most of the times when I play this game, so I don't even remember what's really in there. And might as well get the last monster hut too. Who knows? We might find 1 billion eggs or something on our next tower run and actually need the space. Like I said, that actually happened on like the previous, like the final winning run of the marathon. Yeah, I got like 4 or 5 eggs on the final tower run. It was crazy. Okay, and I think we're ready to go. Okay, so the game plan is floor 28, and grab the healing herb and skedaddle from there. Oh yeah, one other small difference with the new save file. Not so much the new save file as the new emulator. I've switched over to a different emulator, EPSXE, for recording these now, which it honestly doesn't really look any different as in terms of this game. I find that some of the other, a lot more 3D games that are more heavily based on like polygons and character models and stuff look a lot better in this emulator, so it's kind of my new standard thing. But for this game, it doesn't really make any difference, any noticeable difference, other than the fact that the loading times are actually a little bit longer than they were when I was using PSX. Anyways, yeah, we're gonna fuse Destro here, just to see, or actually, does he start with a spell? You know what, I probably should have just fused him with like a, or I don't think I have any familiars that have, that are known to have useful traits to fuse. Or actually, I don't even know if Troll has a good trait. Okay, so yeah, Destro will learn Sled. That is fine. And let's see if Troll gives him a special trait. Oh yeah, you can see him hold up our fancy new sword there. It's green. And yeah, he's talented with Atrocious, which is his innate talent that he had anyways. Yeah, I can level this guy up a bit, because yeah, back to will be able to murder stuff on the upper floors by himself, so we'll be fine. Or actually, this guy, what's his lineup? I actually think I just want him to follow me for the moment. Because yeah, all I want on this guy is levels at this point. Even though he's a killer, he's not, yeah, as you can see, not that tough. Level 1 monsters never are. Yeah, he's only got 10 HP. This troll here would probably murder the hell out of him. And yeah, of course we gotta make sure to... Or actually, you know what? We got all the equipment we need, actually, so we can... I don't even really care that much about getting items, so... I mean, it would be nice to have them, but what's really important, I think, is to get some of the good eggs on the upper floors, so I actually don't even think I'll be going for really thorough floor clearances until we get to some of the higher floors. Around about the Viper floors, I think, is where I like starting to explore thoroughly for eggs. Or I guess the clown floors before you get a clown, but we've got our clown now. The clown is down. We've got to move on to better things now. Oh yeah, I don't mean the clown is down in the same sense that I've been saying that, yeah, the girls are down. Do I need to explain that? It's a stupid acronym I actually learned from the goddamn pickup artist community, and I just thought it was funny as hell. It's actually... It's, what was the acronym DTF, down to fuck, apparently, and I just shortened it to down in my head, because I just think it sounds funnier that way. So that's what I mean when I say the girls are down. I'm actually talking about having sex with minors, which is dreadful, and I really shouldn't have, but whatever. Speaking of downing minors, let's stick this sword up Gauche's apparently lonely asshole. What the hell is with me today? I don't know, I'm feeling rambunctious tonight. I get to play some more Azure Dreams, even though I played like tons and tons of it over the weekend. Oh my. He actually got a hit in this time. Okay, oh that's right, we need a wind crystal too. I keep forgetting that that's a thing that we need now. Oh, and there it is. Thank you, Gauche. He's actually good for something once in a while. Actually, how's this guy's MP? He actually doesn't have a lot of MP to start off, which is not great. But, yeah, I'm thinking... Yeah, pretty much once things start looking bad for us, I'll start using back to show him off. But until then, we're basically just, yeah, going up the floors as fast as we can, find them exits, and move on up. Actually, I really shouldn't have brought this stupid Seraphim sword. It's like, there's really nothing special about it other than the sprite is a slightly different color than most of the other swords. It is just plain weaker than our gold sword that I've got sanded up. And yeah, and this one is also susceptible to rust, which is, will decrease its resale value as well. I hadn't thought of that, actually. Oh no. Okay, you know, all of the monsters are like super weak at level 1, but you can definitely notice how the stronger monsters definitely like get the stat, like the level ups are a lot more significant for the stronger monsters. This killer starts out like weak as a kitten, same as all of the other monsters in the game, but he will, once he gets like even just a few levels on him, he will very, very quickly start to bump up his strength. Oh, that's right, we got a mirror shield, so yeah, we actually reflected that. It's actually a percentage chance to reflect stuff with the mirror shield. I think it's... I can't remember which way it worked. It either reflects back 1 in 4 spells, or it misses its reflection 1 in 4 times. I don't remember exactly which it was. And again, handy little tidbit that was handed to me by someone in the chat on my Twitch marathon. You know what, actually, now that I think of it, another Cyclone Egg would actually be kind of nice. Although, oh yeah, the other shitty thing about the Haikun, though, apart from his, yeah, massive MP consumption... Why am I calling him Haikun all of a sudden what the hell he's back to. The other shitty thing about your ultimate familiar is actually it's difficult to fuse him, or actually you basically can't fuse him with anything if I remember correctly. Anything that you fuse him with, he will overwrite it will overwrite him if I'm not mistaken. It might have been the other way around, I don't quite remember, but I'm pretty sure that you basically just can't fuse him with anything. It's actually been a long time since I... Or you know what, we can actually put that to the test, I suppose. Although right now, if he follows regular fusion rules, then he'd be overwritten by Destro anyways, because Destro's a higher level. And yeah, what are the stats on this guy? He's actually got a fair amount of MP to start, to be fair. But yeah, he'll blow through that really quickly if you start using his magic. And if you fuse him, yeah, Destro will overwrite him. I don't think he even confers any like useful traits or anything. So yeah, that's something to consider. Or one thing, I certainly know that if you fuse him with the original Cune, or your starting familiar, because your starting familiar always overwrites anything that you fuse him with. But yeah, I'm reasonably certain that, as I recall, to the best of my recollection, High Cune will be overwritten by any familiar that you fuse him with. Not that it really matters. I mean, what extra abilities... Oh, okay, I guess the reduced MP consumption would be a really nice ability for him to have, but whoops, why did he go there? Oh, my goodness, they almost always go perpendicular rather than diagonal. Oh god, don't attack blindly. Okay, as long as he doesn't start attacking blindly, we're fine. Literally blindly. Are you fine yet? Okay, he's fine now. Okay. This could actually end up being somewhat exciting. See how far we can get with just our killer in tow. Honestly, if I really cared about leveling this guy up, I'd wait until the upper floors. I actually got to do that in my little data recovery run marathon thing. I gotta come up with a more concise, consistent term to refer to that. Or the data recovery marathon, basically, where I took an acid rain ball up to like floor, I think it was like floor 33 or something, and killed like a room full of monsters to level up my clown from like 1 to like 20 all in one go. Or I think it was up to level 22 actually, because yeah, he evolved. He evolved in that like very first room full of monsters that I killed. Oh yeah, that reminds me, I don't even remember if I explained the way XP works in this game. I'm never gonna do another I'm not gonna bother with sand runs ever again at this point, so I'll just use this now. No point taking that stuff back home and putting it in the vault. I am well beyond to the point where we're vaulting sands. And yeah, on a normal run, I'd just have my normal gold sword, and we'll just apply the sands right to the weapons from now on. Actually, this aggressive diving is actually a little bit dangerous. I do have to be just a little bit careful. In fact, at around this point, yeah, one of those U-boats will probably kill me. Or, I don't know, I can probably take them one-on-one. Yeah, I can take them one-on-one, but I can't take two of them, and if I get, like, slept or paralyzed next to one, then I'm done for. Okay, so that being the case, let's actually be careful and try to actually mind our positioning and take the high ground as much as possible. That's the ticket. Okay, we actually do have to watch out for blooms now, too, because, yeah, they are capable of brainwashing your familiar. Because yeah, like I said, I've just been using Baku this entire time, who's immune to brainwashing. Because yeah, that run where I leveled up the clown, by the way, where I like got him straight from level 1 to like 22, was the same run where I beat the game. Oh, that was a crazy lucky run. Which again, you guys can see. I'll upload that. Oh, did I just get rusted? Looks like it missed. Pretty sure that was a rust trap I just stepped in. Ooh, got a spell ball here. But yeah, I got all kinds of like awesome spell balls and stuff on my winning run this time around. Yeah, I really do think it is actually best, the best like familiar pair, I think, or the best types of familiars to have for the clearing the tower is probably probably water and wind, I think, because you can get the fire elemental covered with those spell balls, because you know all of the damage dealing spells are all fire spells. You've got, you know, your flame, your fire, your pillar, and whatever the other one is. So yeah, you use the spell balls for your fire type to kill the wind guys. You use your wind monster to kill the water guys, and you use your water monster to kill the fire guys. So it's like, yeah, you've got your fire type already covered by the spells. With that being said, then this killer isn't actually tremendously useful. Like I said, I generally prefer water and wind familiars for like full tower clearing runs. But you know, we're not actually going for a full tower clear. Although I could if I want to. I mean, yeah, I guess if the run goes well enough that I get up to floor 40, I guess I'm not opposed to getting up there again, just to show off. There isn't really anything. Like, nothing different happens when you get to, or I mean, rather, I guess something different happens when you get to floor 40, namely nothing. You get up to floor 40 a second time and it's just empty. And actually, if you don't have a wind crystal when you get up there, you're actually completely stuck. And yeah, you have like no option other than to just reset the game and reload your save, which is pretty funny. Or I say funny, it's really just kind of bad design, but I mean, honestly, who's not going to put a wind crystal on their inventory if they're already experienced enough with the game to have cleared the tower, and then cleared it a second time even? They're going to have a wind crystal in their inventory, I think. Okay, things are going good so far. What are we on, floor like 8 or something? 9? 9. Nice. Oh, and there's the elevator. And again, actually, yeah, the fire familiar is actually particularly bad for these next few floors because he's got no. It's all fire monsters here, so we got no advantage in those terms. You know, I need to stockpile these pitas once I start using. Yeah, my other familiar here. Or you know what? Killer's a melee attacker, so I think what I actually want to do is I want to start buffing up his health with those medicinal herbs. Man, I think it takes monsters longer to recover their HP than you do. Because, yeah, you see here, I get 2 HP back just like that. Oh, he's actually back to full now, too. That's good. But, yeah, we will give him a medicinal herb, give him that max HP. Might as well get this garbage herb out of our inventory as well. And there, pita fruit. So we'll be able to use that to sustain the magic of our... Ooh. This could be tricky. Or you know what, let's start using some of that mixture magic, see if that gives us enough of a damage boost to... Huh? And how much do we... You know what, I don't even want to know how much damage I do without it. I am positive that we do less than 20 damage to that guy without the spell to back us up. But yeah, we have no advantage against the fire monsters on this floor, and once the Krakens start showing up, then we're in serious trouble. In fact, my prediction is that it'll be some kind of situation with a Kraken will be the final straw that compels me to pop out back to... Or you know what? Yeah, let's... Do your thing, Destro. Get to work. Heck yeah. Do it again. Fuck yeah. You know what? It probably is. Yeah, he's doing 20 damage on his own. So it's actually... Yeah, we actually get more damage more damage just by having him attack directly. And yeah, it's a little bit easier to position your familiar for direct attacks, actually, if you have them direct to the... Okay, that works. Just as good as an exit. Little surprising, a little less controlled, but, you know, it works. Is he fine?